I prefer we have our 2 by 2.
Yeah, we had taken a 3 by 3 and we had done the first elimination step to get down to a 2 by 2. And what was our 2 by 2?
Negative 30x plus 15z equals 73. And then negative 16x plus 8z equals 48.
48 positive?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had done some work. For those of you guys that were gone yesterday, if you were, I cannot stress enough that you need to go watch that video because I just don't even know what to say about that. So get yourself caught up and go watch that. Anyways, here we are at this point. So we took a 3 by 3. This was our last example. We eliminated y's obviously twice to get to this point. And we were discussing, I think, which variable do we want to kill? And am I correct that we had decided that the z's looked a little tastier? Yeah. All right, there's really no excellent choice here. All the numbers kind of suck. So I believe what we had decided was that we would multiply the top and bottom by, did we make that choice?
Yeah.
There we go. And the reason we're using -8 and 15 is because one of them has to switch signs, right? And you could have done 8 and -15. It doesn't matter, so long as one of the signs gets flipped. Otherwise, they won't cancel. So on top, we're going to get a new system or a new equation, and it's going to be 104x minus 120z equals, what is that, negative 584 maybe? Negative 584. And then on the bottom, we're going to get, is that negative 240x? Yeah, 160 plus 80. Yeah, 240 plus 120z. And that's 480 plus 240. So 720 maybe. You should check all my math here because I hate calculators. So
Also, yesterday you were talking about if you have to multiply a big number by big number.
Right, yeah, for sure. So like we knew the 120s were a foregone conclusion, right? It was just the other ones that were kind of right out in the air, up in the air. So we're ready now to do the elimination, and we're going to cancel out our z's. How many x's do we get?
Or negatives. No. Oh wait. Oh, I have 120.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at negative 136 x's. And the negative 584 plus 720 is positive 136. My, how convenient that is. We're going to divide both sides by negative 136, giving us our first answer, which is x equals -1. And so in keeping with Gavin's request yesterday, I've just decided throughout the day that I would continue just writing all my answers in yellow. So here it is, declaration to the world. There is my answer. And I can plug the first number in because I found x. So I'm going to put -1 in the x slot. And who do I have to find next? I don't have a choice. I have to find z. You have to go back to the place where it's a system of 2. You cannot go back and storm the original castle yet. So as far as finding z is concerned, I'd probably take this equation here. And so I'm going to rewrite that, the one I have a yellow circle around, or oval, whatever. I'm going to write it as 16 plus 8z equals 48. Subtract 16, you get 32. Divide by 8, you get 4. So I can now complete a second piece of the puzzle and put 4. Make sure you put it in the right spot. And now you can storm the castle. At this point, basically the x and the z join hands and say, let's go get our homie out together. And so I don't remember what the original problem was. So I'm looking at it now, and do you guys, which equation of the 3 originals do you like the best? Do you like the second because it has a 0? I'm down for whatever, and like we said, they'll all work, right? And so now that we know x and z, you guys have it in your notes. And I'm looking right at it. So if I take that second of the original equations and replace x with -1, I get 4. And then I'm going to put minus 6y because I don't know y yet. But then it says minus z, so I'm going to put minus 4 equals 0. And, you know, this is nice because on the left side, the 4 and the minus 4 are just like, yeah, completely adios, gone. And we're left with just that, which of course means that y equals 0. So there's your solution point. Just one little side note before I let you go and work now. I just wanted to say this, and it goes back to a question that Brady had asked yesterday. No one said anything in this problem, so I thought I would just roll, but had someone said it, I probably would have stopped. I'm going to put a big red box around an equation, and I want you to tell me something about it that could have made our lives easier. Divided by 8, right? And it certainly, since we're using calculators anyways, there's really not that much benefit to using tricks like this. But if you can make numbers smaller, if that's something you like to do, you could have taken that equation, that the one that I have the big box around, and you could have divided them all by 8, giving you negative 2x plus 1z equals 6. And that may have made the whole process of doing what we did over here more palatable to you because the numbers would be a bit smaller. So you just kind of have to decide. If you like to not use calculators, then that would be a better strategy for you. If you're like a whatever, I'm going to type it in anyways kind of person, then you probably don't care. But yes, that is always in play. And if you know when to spot it and how to use it, it can make your life a little bit easier. Good. So yeah, that's it then. The rest of the time is yours to work on the Delta math. It should be assigned. I hope it is. By the way, I'll just say this before I turn this recording off. I have this assignment due tomorrow. That is not accurate. I'm not going to ask you to do 12 of these before tomorrow. So I'll probably move the due date to Thursday so that we'll have some more work time tomorrow. Okay, good? Yeah.